Welcome back to another exciting video from the Crypto Markets Updates channel. My name is Jack, and in today's video I'm going to go over some crypto acronyms, which once again I have noticed some people have confused in the comments on some of my videos. So I'm going to go over those. You might hear some that you're familiar with, some that hopefully are new. Hopefully you learned something by the end of the video, so make sure to watch it till the very end. And also remember to smash up the likes, subscribe to the channel. Here we go. There's a small number of acronyms that people oftentimes confuse. I've noticed in different conversations and different comments that were unfortunately misunderstood, it seemed. And there is plenty of them. There's a lot of different acronyms, but I just chose a small handful of those that I thought are the most commonly used and occur the most frequently in conversations and crypto related articles, publications that are circulating the internet. Very first one. This one is actually one that I'm unfamiliar with. I've seen for the first time. It's Biddle, and it seems to be a purposeful misspelling for ironic meaning of the word build. And I guess when we're talking about building different apps or applications, chances are that the purposeful misspelling of this word relates to the word HODL that has been used since 2017 for the longest time. And I'm not sure, I don't know what the chronology of these words is, which one occurred first, which one second, but Biddle is, if you ever come across this spelling or this misspelling of the word build, that's what it refers to. It refers to build. Second most commonly used word is FOMO, the fear of missing out. And I've seen this used in a negative or positive way, and fear of missing out actually refers to that what it says, and it's used in context of investors piling in at the last minute because they're afraid, that they might not catch the runaway train. And oftentimes a lot of people get wrecked in the process of jumping onto a trade that they think they may be missing out on something. So when Bitcoin is at 20,000, very few investors are actually putting money into it. Everybody starts putting money into Bitcoin when Bitcoin hits 40 or 50K, because FOMO kicks in. And when people start noticing that Bitcoin is flying off the hooks again, FOMO kicks in and people start buying in just to get wrecked as soon as things start going south for them. So that's FOMO. FOMO is oftentimes confused with the term FUDD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which is what we find ourselves in right now. So fear, uncertainty, and doubt are usually used in reference to articles or news that may cause the market to slump. If you hear any negative news, any articles like the stuff that we were hearing from Elon Musk, I guess, over the past few months, or maybe recently, but in the past, at the beginning of 2022, I guess there was a lot of stuff about Musk selling his Bitcoin and this and that, and that caused a lot of FUD, which caused the market apparently to plummet, and Elon Musk was blamed for all of that. But that would be FUD. People, the market plummeting, or news coming out that causes the market to drop, and people beginning to sell because of the FUD, thus further triggering a further decline in the overall cryptocurrency and the overall value of the cryptocurrency markets. HODL, as I said, is I think the history of that goes back to some conversation that was held on something like Reddit, I assume, because that's where most of the stuff happens, on Reddit. And HODL was just a misspelling, an unintentional misspelling of the word hold. So I guess people were suggesting, to hold, despite the fact that the market was plummeting and Bitcoin was going way down, nose diving. Somebody posted a comment saying that people should hold, misspelling the word hold into HODL, and it's been like that ever since. And since HODL has been around for a very long time, I assume that the word Biddle has also been kind of made purposely as a misspelling, just to stay with the times of cryptocurrency vocabulary. Cryptocurrency is building its own new vocabulary. I'm sure at one point there's going to be, all these words will be added to some dictionary, Webster's dictionary, and we'll be finding those. Our kids will be learning these words in schools one day. BTD or BTFD is a term that I personally have not heard before. It makes sense, buy the dip. I usually see buy the dip, but yeah, since we are in the world of acronyms and abbreviations, BTD would make sense. BTFD obviously is the additional F word. DYOR, do your own research. DYOR is always very important. It's also something that you should keep in mind before, jumping in. There's a lot of channels talking about coins, particularly the bigger channels, cryptocurrency channels always try to shill a token or the other, and have been known for that. So before you listen to any investors, and that's one of the disclaimers that most cryptocurrency channels include as well, before you invest your money into any project, into any coin, especially a new coin, DYOR, do your own research. FUDster is simply a person who spreads fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's a simple explanation. FUDster. Do I need to explain more? I think not. KYC, know your customer. I think this is a term, this is an abbreviation that any cryptocurrency enthusiast user has come across. If you want to register with any cryptocurrency exchange, this is something that you need to complete in further stages. Most cryptocurrencies allow registration without having to do KYC, but in order to do withdrawals of larger amounts, KYC is a necessary step, and it's just the provision of your private information, passports, or any other ID certificates that people have, including the address and residency address for the cryptocurrency exchanges, so they can have that on file. And I guess it's for the avoidance of money laundering or whatever other possible illegal activities that people may think of pursuing. Next term is Lambo, which stands for, it's a short for Lamborghini, and indicates a cryptocurrency term for getting rich. I guess most people crypto rich would have gotten themselves a Lambo as a symbol of new crypto wealth acquisition. So if you ever hear expressions like when Lambo, when moon, that's a reference to the hopeful mooning of the token, and making 1000x gains on an investment. AMA, I'm sure, is a term that you've come across quite a bit, and for the longest time I wasn't sure what it meant, but AMA stands for Ask Me Anything, and is used usually by projects that have the developers come on and they permit the community to ask questions of the developers to see what the project is about, where it's going, and the possibilities of the project. It's a good way to figure out whether you'd like to invest your money into new and upcoming projects. There's a lot of projects that are ongoing and that are in existence, and the developers or community around it do set up AMAs in order to allow investors and people who are interested in the projects to just get in touch and become a bit more personal and ask questions about the projects. They don't always work out. There are a lot of projects that, like Panther, the Panther swap project, which seemed very legitimate, and yet it fell on its face. They also had AMAs, but that's beside the point. Rect is the next acronym, and Rect is the abbreviation for the word wrecked with a W, meaning major losses. A lot of people get wrecked when they FOMO in on cryptocurrencies on the late stages of a bull run, or on some news late on in the game, and then FUD comes out and the market begins to plummet, and that's when people get wrecked. They buy in at 60k and then they sell at 40 or 20 when FUD comes out, and people need to cash in some of their losses because they think Bitcoin is going down to zero, and so that's how people get wrecked. Do not get wrecked. I hope that you found this video somewhat educational. I hope some of the expressions were new. If they weren't new, then I'm sorry for wasting your time, but I hope that you've learned something, and if you haven't, then maybe pass this video on to someone who you think may learn something from these expressions, so as not to, not to confuse FOMO with FUD, and possibly impress your friends at some parties with your knowledge of cryptocurrency expressions and abbreviations. Make sure to smash up the likes on the video, subscribe to the channel, check out my other videos if you're interested in starting up your very own futures mock trading account on Binance or KuCoin. Check out the videos on the channel, and as always, make sure to come back for more videos from the Crypto Market Updates channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.